Thanks so much, Dr. Papa, and hello, everybody. It is great to be back at this year's C3E Symposium. Big thanks to Texas A&M for playing host. You know, thinking back to last year's symposium, it's so striking how much the global geopolitics of energy have really changed just in the past 12 months. You've got the war in Ukraine, which obviously has roiled worldwide energy markets, straining Americans and people around the world as they fill up their tanks and heat their homes. And so, you know, now it's on us to build a 100% clean energy economy that frees us from the whims of foreign dictators and the volatility of fossil fuel markets. Russia wasn't the only country that had a big impact, by the way, on the energy industry this year. So did America. And we did it by passing the biggest investment in climate action and clean energy in history, about $500 billion. That investment, President Biden's climate agenda, came in three parts. First, as you are probably aware, is the backbone, the bipartisan infrastructure law, which lays the foundation for a modern grid and invests in next generation technologies like clean hydrogen or advanced nuclear energy storage. And you're going to hear more about this historic legislation in just a minute from Kathleen Hogan, who's DOE's Undersecretary for Infrastructure. And the second piece, the brain of the agenda, is the CHIPS and Science Act, and that invests in American-made innovation, including semiconductors, which we need for clean energy. And then the third piece of the agenda is the lungs, which is the Inflation Reduction Act, breathing life into our clean energy economy through game-changing tax incentives for homes and businesses. I don't need to tell you that it's the best time ever to work in clean energy. But I am here to tell you that we still need to make the most of this time, because if we want to slash our carbon pollution by 40%, we have to make every cent of every dollar in that agenda count. Companies can take advantage of these tax credits, and they can scale their investments in clean energy. And these new investments in clean energy are going to benefit communities who need it most. And these new investments are going to create clean energy jobs that people can support a family on, jobs that'll help them build a meaningful career. So much of this is going to depend on hiring and on keeping the best people in clean energy fields. We just know that diversity and inclusion are going to make these fields stronger and more effective. And so we need people from every pocket of the nation. We need people of all races and ethnicities. And of course, we need more women in these fields. And it's not just about getting people in the door. It's about what they experience once they enter. As a woman, I've been a first several times in my career. I was the first woman to serve as Corporation Counsel of Wayne County, Michigan. I was the first woman who was elected as Attorney General of Michigan. I was the first woman elected as Governor of Michigan, reelected. I'm really proud of those firsts. But more than that, I'm really proud that I wasn't the last, that more women have filled these positions in the time since I departed them. In fact, I am the second woman to be head of the Department of Energy. Hazel O'Leary was the first, and I'm really proud to be the second. And we have to make sure that there are more seconds and thirds and fourths and so on. Because while getting over a barrier changes your life, knocking down that barrier changes the world. We all have a duty to knock down the barriers for people who are coming up behind us. It is a duty. It's a duty that DOE takes seriously, which is why we've been at it for over a decade through C3E. It's a duty Lisa Jackson has taken on through her career and with gusto. And I want to say a big congratulations to her on earning C3E's Lifetime Achievement Award. And she's got a lot more still left to do. This duty that we have to knock down barriers is something that our mid-career award winners have already put into practice across so many different slices of the clean energy sector, from venture capital to nonprofits to academia. So congratulations again to all of you, and I certainly hope that you enjoy the rest of the symposium.